Hey, this is Jamie and Adam from RC Logger.
Hi! Today we are going to finally go fly.
Sweet.
We've done all our calibration procedures. Our NovaX is set up properly, right?
Yeah, ready to go.
We've gone over our transmitter. We've programmed everything. We explained the flight modes. We got a fully charged LiPo.
It's important.
Propellers are properly installed.
Very important.
Batteries are on, right? Everything's good to go.
Our feet are in the right direction.
Yep.
We're good to go.
Yep. So I guess there's one thing left to do. We need to play a game of rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to fly and who gets to talk.
Okay.
Ready?
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Does that mean I get to fly or talk?
You get to talk. I get to fly. I think we're all set.
All right, let's do it, man.
Let's do it. Hey guys, so here we are. We're at our flying location. Even though Jamie won the rock, paper, scissors bet, he's letting me fly this demonstration for you. Basically what we're going to try to do is cover your first flight in a nutshell. For starters, we have our NovaX. We have our battery already installed. It's fully charged and the strap is secured and closed. So the next thing we need to do is inspect the unit, make sure all our propellers are nice and tight, the direction's going the same. We've already completed our calibration processes. We are as ready for our first flight as we can be. For starters, we're going to turn on our transmitter. We're going to make sure our switches are all in their upper position. And the reason for this is this particular switch, which is switch B, is our flight mode indication switch. And we want that in position number 1. The reason we want that in position number 1 is that puts the NovaX in GPS position hold mode. We strongly recommend for your first flight that you fly in this particular mode. The reason we recommend this is when you let go of the sticks and you're flying the unit just stops and it stays exactly where you left it, which is a really cool feature. It's kind of a safety thing and it's much easier to fly like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and arm our NovaX. And you want to make sure you're on a level surface, relatively level. More importantly is that it's a stationary surface because the gyros need to initialize. You're going to see this blue LED is flashing right now, and then it went to solid. When the LED is flashing, that's letting us know that we don't have a good satellite lock. When the LED is solid, that lets us know we have acquired enough satellites and we can now start flying. You'll notice that in some areas it takes a little longer, some areas it's a little shorter. It just depends. So for this particular flight, I'm going to show you how to fly the NovaX in GPS mode using the aerial photography bank only. Aerial photography bank is very calm and docile, and it makes it relatively easy to steer the Nova without any crazy unexpected tendencies. For starters, we're going to select our area. We have plenty of room here, which is awesome, and we have our Nova. I'm going to move it out to a open, secure location. You're going to notice that I've actually put the Nova down with the red propellers and motor pods facing away from me. And I did that for a reason. It's always easier when you give a control stick input to watch the Nova go in the direction that you've given the input. So for starters, the best thing to do is always have it facing away from you. We've actually already calibrated our transmitter. It's a mode 2 transmitter, and we're going to go into arming the motors now. To arm the motors, you bring this throttle stick down to the lower left-hand corner and hold it there. What that does is it arms the motors. Once you see the motors turning, you can let go of the stick back to the middle position. In order to take the Nova off, we're going to advance the throttle stick, and then we're going to let go of it, and the NovaX is going to hold its position. As long as the LED is solid blue, you have a good satellite lock, the Nova is going to stay put. Also, it's going to hold its height automatically. So we have a pressure sensor on board that's telling the Nova, stay at this height. So you don't have to worry about it climbing, ascending, and descending throughout your flight. The next thing we're going to do is show you how the basic control inputs work. This is the elevator and aileron stick. If I push the elevator forward, the NovaX responds and goes forward. When I let go of the sticks, GPS kicks back in and it holds the Nova in the new position that we left it in. Bring the Nova back to us just by pulling the elevator stick back. Let go of the sticks. GPS kicks in, the Nova holds still. If I want to go to the left, move the stick to the left, the Nova goes left. Same thing to the right. Nova goes to the right. Anytime I let go of the sticks, it acquires that new position and holds itself still. gonna bring the Nova back in front of us. The next thing I want to touch on is the rudder. This is our yaw stick. If I give it left yaw, the Nova has a new heading. If I give it right yaw, the Nova also has a new heading. Now it's real important that when you're flying in this particular flight mode, you remember the new heading, because now that I'm facing to the right, if I push the stick forward, it's going to follow the nose of the aircraft. So the aircraft is facing that direction, it's going to go that direction. If I bring it back, it's going to come back, but only in the direction that it was facing. So that pretty much summarizes how to learn the controls of your NovaX for your first flight. I'm going to go ahead and bring it in for a landing now. I'm going to bring it back to me a little bit. And this is my landing spot, so I'm going to start reducing my throttle. And once my Nova lands nice and soft, I'm just going to hold the throttle stick there, and the motors are automatically going to shut off. So basically, in a nutshell, that's how you land your NovaX. Most of the time, if you have a landing and you just hold the throttle stick down, it's automatically going to shut the motors off. There are times that you might gently grace your landing in like I just did, and you may have to hold the stick to the lower left-hand quarter to shut the motors off also. So likely, if you don't have a nice solid shut off with pulling the throttle straight down, just move the stick to the corner and it'll shut the motors off automatically. So in a nutshell, that's our first flight. Hey guys, I really appreciate that you took some time to watch this video to understand how to fly the Nova successfully and safely your first time out. If you have any questions, you can always find us at support.rclogger.com. Thanks for watching.